Yo, I know I ain't tripping. Wait, this a UFO? Like, I ain't, you know, this look like a UFO game. I ain't tripping. I'm out here, and I just saw this. Gotta be a UFO, right? Oh, I'm tripping.
I don't know if that was a UFO. I don't know why it would be under the underpass on beside a river in Buffalo. But who knows? You never know, I guess.
I guess it's a good hiding spot, too.
Hiding in plain sight.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dolphin Dream House.
I want to say a quick thanks to everybody who's been hitting that subscribe button. You are helping us along the way on this journey to find the most mysterious and strangest videos on the entire internet. So before we hop in, let's go ahead and like this video, subscribe to Dolphin Dream House. Let's get right to it.
There were 3 major earthquakes today. Big earthquakes. And these kind of connect to something that I've been talking about for years. Let me tell you about the earthquakes, then I'll tell you what it connects to. The first was this morning in Northern California, a 5.7 magnitude earthquake. That's big. That's enough to shake houses. The second one was a 7.5 magnitude earthquake in Venezuela. 7.5. That's the kind that knocks down buildings. And the third massive earthquake today was a 6.9 magnitude one in Japan. Once again, not only big enough to shake buildings, but to take them down. But what do these earthquakes have in common? And what does it have to do with the thing I've been talking about for years? Let me tell you. This area right here, that line, it's called the Ring of Fire. It's a group of dormant and active volcanoes that start in South America, go all the way through North America, past Alaska, over to Asia, past Japan, all the way down to Australia. Every one of those earthquakes today was on that line called the Ring of Fire. And we've been getting a lot of earthquakes in the past year, most of which have been on the Ring of Fire. Now, I'm not saying this means something big is coming, but I'm also not saying that this is a coincidence. You could look it up yourself. There have been a ton of earthquakes in the past couple years on the area called the Ring of Fire. So let me know what you think. Is this connected somehow, or is it just a major coincidence? Let me know in the comment section. Shabadoo Booshkis, Shabadoo.
Yeah, the timing of all this, the 3 earthquakes, and it actually turned out to be 4 because they called the 2 that happened down in Venezuela a doublet, I think is what they called it. Super weird. But I'm not sure that the Venezuela one is on the Ring of Fire. I know the Japan one is and the West Coast America one is, but I don't know if the Venezuela, I think it's on a different plate boundary. We have another video, though, that we're about to watch of this lady who shows a certain frequency that's taking place where the earthquakes just happened. So let's check this one out.
Venezuela. I've been watching this since the earthquake. So this is called Wh1te, and TEC stands for total electron content, but it has been there since the earthquake, which is really interesting. Whoa, look, right before our very eyes. Right over Venezuela, which is really interesting. That is called total electron content. So it's heightened agitation, usually caused by lightning or solar flares. But there is a lot of scientific sort of research to indicate that earthquakes can also disturb the ionosphere. So I can absolutely vouch that since those earthquakes in Venezuela, I've been monitoring this, and there has basically been a constant ionospheric disturbance. And as you just saw, right before our eyes in this live, bam, right over Venezuela.
Oh, the frequency don't lie.
Yeah, I know there's a frequency that's coming off of this earthquake, but it's possible that there was a frequency that caused this earthquake. You know, frequency and sound can affect physical matter. It's the weird thing. An invisible thing like sound can certainly affect physical matter. I'm sure you've seen cymatics and that kind of research. So it makes you wonder, though, if they can hit some kind of frequency just in the right sound, the right wavelength, at the right spot and cause something like this to happen. But that's not to belittle what happened down in Venezuela, because we're about to watch yet another video of this earthquake footage, and it's from a dude who was inside of a building that's like crumbling down. Let's check this out.
Do you know how scared those people in Venezuela had to be when that earthquake was taking place? This man filmed a video of his building about to collapse while he was in it. Mind you, if he wouldn't have got out, he was seconds away from losing his life. Matter of fact, look at this. This is him filming, looking at other buildings collapsing, and he felt his building starting to move. Look at him running down the stairs. Do you know how scary that had to be? Look at this. He's running down the stairs. Look at everything coming loose. Look at the stairs. This is crazy. Look at this. He had seconds before he was about to lose his life. This is crazy, man. Just imagine all the people who lost their lives. Look. Mind you, he came from the 10th floor. The 10th floor. He was seconds away from losing his life. Nah, man. From the 10th floor down, he ran. He was almost done. Mind you, this building collapsed. Nah. Mind you, they're saying that the death toll could have reached up to 100,000 in Venezuela. If you look at all of the footage, you see all of those buildings, you see their streets. It might even be more than that. We blessed. Pay attention. Hopefully Venezuela gets some help. It's going to be a long time before they get that place back together. I'm out.
Oh my gosh, that makes my stomach churn.
Dude, yeah, it kept getting progressively worse. Like every single flight of stairs that he went down, there was more rubble. Like that place was about to fall down from the bottom up. Like it was crazy.
That's like a straight up miracle he made it out.
And straight up a nightmare situation, dude. That literally felt like I was in a nightmare. It was crazy.
Let us know in the comments below if you've been in an earthquake before.
King Solomon Lodge, number 6, of course, right here, live in Gallatin, Tennessee. Now you can see their door right there, right? With their, of course, upside down order of their Eastern Star. Let's check out the little church they've implemented. MK. Ring any bells, guys? Miracle Kingdom. I'll go ahead and let you guys do the homework here tonight. Go ahead and look up Miracle Kingdom and just check out their website. Tell me it's not creepy as all heck. I'm Sammy the Kid with Food Shelter Water on YouTube, reminding you guys that your government is lying to you and the Masons are very bad people. A lot of them don't know it, but guess what? The truth is coming out and people are figuring it out. I don't like this place. I don't like Miracle Kingdom, and I don't like their loading dock over here. Whatever's possibly going on with their loading dock. I don't know why a Masonic Lodge needs one with the kiddie pool. A little creepy if you ask me.
King Solomon, wouldn't you know? Isn't there all this like esoteric books written about King Solomon and how he was into demonology and everything? Kind of a weird name. And then the church named Miracle Kingdom or something like that. MK sounds an awful lot like a secret government operation that took place a few decades back.
But what the heck was going on with that kiddie pool? What did they need that for?
Yeah, dude, what was going on? I don't even want to know, actually.
Yeah. So in the new Apple data tracking ad, they tell us that we are being tracked and communicated by demons. Now, some people will say that this is a bit of a reach. However, this painting in the background is actually an AI generated painting that is literally on the commercial for just several seconds, maybe 2 seconds. And if you look in the painting, it's just like this woman sitting on the bench. She has her 3 demons that are next to her, and she's entertaining them with her phone, just like in the painting where there's a woman sitting on a bench with 3 demons looking over her shoulder reading a book. This happens so fast that you won't really pick it up unless you really are paying attention. And she doesn't realize that she has all these demons that are on her that are literally watching her phone being entertained. So throughout the commercial, it shows people with their demons looking over their shoulder, looking at their phone at a campsite, at the gym, and at work. And then even at the library. And I don't know if anyone remembers, there was a horror movie. It was an Asian horror movie where a demon was sitting on a guy's neck and he was getting like neck pain. And so that's what this reminds me of, is that horror movie where that demon was like sitting on his neck and constantly giving him neck pain. And he's obviously watching his phone, getting entertained by his phone. Now they put these people in silver suits so that they look cuter and, you know, look a little annoying, but they really are demons. And then they allow them to explode so that they can't track you anymore. Now, I've said this on my page many times before that I have been contacted by demons, but also contacted by angels directly through my TikTok app. I've also been sent ads, or not ads, I've been sent articles from angels, and I've also been sent articles from demons through my phone. They no longer need a body or a host to inhabit in order to attack you. They can attack you through your phone. So that's why when I tell you guys about the comments on my page, I always say, you know, watch out who you're talking to, because you're most likely getting baited by a demon that's going to go back and forth with you on with their AI bot page. However, I thought it was quite interesting that Apple showed this in real time and showed what I've been telling you guys that's been happening. They're trying to, I guess, prevent it from happening.
Just like their logo has an apple with a bite taken out of it, like the Garden of Eden.
Yeah, and honestly, this whole demonic thing makes a lot of sense, because if you really think about it, the internet is a place. It's full of sites, like SITE, places that you visit. And you don't go there with your body. You go there with your mind or with your soul. So really, if you think about it, it is like a metaphysical plane that we all go to, and we all use it, and we all visit places on it. So it would make a lot of sense to think that there are demons and angels and supernatural beings existing on that plane.
So I'm over here watching The Matrix again, and guess what this said?
Pieces of information, but what we know for certain is that at some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI. An artificial intelligence, a singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines. We struck first.
No, I don't like where this is going now.
We just watched all the Matrix movies, and I was blown away by the symbolism, because it's been a while since we had seen them.
Yeah, I remember that scene in particular, and I thought, dude, this is weird. It's like literally describing what we have going on right now in the real world. But then there's a ton of blatant sacrilege in it. Like, you know, you've got the 3-part Morpheus, Neo, who's supposed to be Jesus, and then Trinity. It's like Morpheus is supposed to be God, Trinity is the Holy Spirit, and Neo is Jesus. And then Neo at the very end on the 3rd one, spoiler alert, 25 years later, he's like crucified basically. Dude, that whole trilogy is super weird, but yeah, they totally called it.
This is actually a big issue for getting people on the same level of understanding. What are they going to do for people that could care less for a cell phone? I'm very glad you asked that. See, the human body is considered perfect. That's why they're trying to make robots look human and not like Transformers. And our brain's a biological supercomputer. And our DNA is the antenna, which means our brains can receive information. This is biometrics. This is Sabrina Wallace and the things that she covers. That's where the cell phones come into play. It's light, it's frequency, it's microwaves, it's things like that. But if we're talking control, it's not enough. So you gotta go inside the body. This is where nanotechnology comes into play. Microscopic technology, whether it's robots or computer chips that go inside the body. And this is where people get messed up too. They're doing it in the sky. They're doing it in the food. They're doing it in this. And my answer to that is yes. It's potentially in the food and the sky. And it could even be on top of your picture frames or your knickknacks in the dust. Nothing has one function nowadays. Nobody's wrong. Why my content is kind of all over the place is because it's coming from every direction. For anybody seeking the truth and doing the research, they're all on the same team. I don't like how people are so focused on who's right and who's wrong. Y'all stay safe.
Well, I guess there's just no escaping it, is there? All those little specks of pollen that get in your eyes and cause you to tear up are probably little nano robots that are crawling inside of you, and they're going to cause a giant hemorrhoid in your butt. Thanks, Bill Gates.
Truth in children's books. Interesting. The first book of Airplanes by Jan Bendick. Copyright in 1958. What do you know? And you want to know what this book says? It says sometimes when rain has been badly needed for a long time, a pilot will turn his plane into a rain-making machine. When meteorologists say that the clouds are right, the pilot goes up and seeds them with a special chemical. Very interesting. I'm sure they want kids to know this. And what else does this book show you? You'll be surprised to see what else it shows you right here. It shows you a flat map. That's right. Because why would they put this in a children's book if it didn't have any significance? Just think about that. And just think about the route that they're showing you, this line, right? Because we all know the inversions that they've done from the globe Mercator projection, right? It says that now a plane can fly the back line from New York to Tokyo. Yeah, because if you showed you this route on the Mercator projection, you would understand that it doesn't make any sense for the plane to fly this type of route. And it says right underneath the image there, 100 years ago, you would have traveled the dotted black line from New York to Tokyo, which doesn't make any sense at all. The first book of Airplanes, Truth in Children's Books by Jan Bendick. Civil Aeronautics Administration.
Remember when they called us crazy for saying they were seeding clouds?
I know, that used to be such a hot topic that there was always like a disclaimer underneath YouTube videos who talked about that. But then a couple years back, maybe even last year, we had this like company called Rainmaker. Remember that? Where the CEO was talking about it because there was a giant flood down in Texas, and he was like, oh, we did some stuff like, 100 miles away, and we had nothing to do with it, even though we caused it to rain and all these like places flooded and stuff. So much for it being a theory, huh?
This can't be real. I just saw this on X. This can't be real. Tell me if I'm wrong.
In our history has stood more for God than this president. He has been unashamed to speak the word of Jesus. He's been unashamed to speak up for all faiths. And he established this commission so that we would assure Americans their religious liberty, that this great inheritance from our founding fathers would continue for another 250 years. And Mr. President, we believe this will be one of your greatest legacies, and you happen to be the perfect president to be here in the 250th celebration. The question is, what is religious liberty? And if governments can do that, then they become God. The president spoke earlier today of the communist threat in this country. We know what communists do around the world. They remove God.
What in the world was she doing with her hand? That was not just like moving your hand around. That was very strategic.
That's what we call Kabbalah magic, dude. They have all these special little spells and stuff. They move their fingers around like that. It's like esoteric magic, basically.
And with what was being talked about, it makes a lot of sense.
You look just like your daddy, boy. I'm sure he'll be proud of you. He would. He'll be proud of you. How y'all been? You good? Where your brother at? Or is that your sister? It's great, ain't it? Just the baby, y'all. Finally got him. I ain't trying to talk too much, so I don't want to run him away. Taste pretty good, don't it? Tell your sister to come get some. Oh, your brother.
Tiny Sherman.
Aw, Sherman Jr.
Little Sherman Jr. eating them Cheetos just like his dad.
I want to meet his sister, though.
I want to meet the whole family, dude. I love them.
But that's it for the video, you guys.
Yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Be sure to like this video on your way out. Subscribe to Dolphin Dreamhouse. We love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.